Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to just take a moment and kind of give my feedback on Virility EX. It's a product I recently tried out. Probably just like you, surfing the net, looking for some solutions for. I guess I don't know if it's a problem, but it's definitely been an issue for me several times in the last 2 or 3 years. I just turned 30 years old, and I've just noticed a big drop off in just like overall like sexual. I don't know. I don't even think about it like I used to. When I was 18, 19, whatever. I mean, it's always on your mind, and you can go at a drop of a hat. But it's definitely been a major. There's been a major drop off, and I don't know if I attribute it to some of the stuff I did in the past. I did take some supplements um, in the past that probably could have affected my testosterone levels, and maybe that's where I'm seeing the drop off. I took some illegal steroids, when I was younger, and I don't really know if that's the reason why I've had kind of this drop off where I don't feel like I'm ever in the mood, and when the time comes, it's hit or miss, and so I just kind of got fed up to the point and embarrassed. You definitely get embarrassed when um, you can't perform, especially when there's a beautiful woman in front of you and you're sitting there. You get the point. And so I just started doing research. I started trying to figure out is I've really changed the way that I feel about doing any sort of putting chemicals in my body or drugs or whatnot. So I didn't want to go the route of the Cialis of the world or the Viagra's or what have you. I wanted to go more of a natural route, and so started looking at what other countries do, because a lot of times there's different data out and different things are tried, and it kind of led me to coming and getting some information about Virility EX and kind of some of the stuff that they've put into the product that I thought was pretty interesting after I understood it a little bit more. Um, One of their main ingredients is a thing called long jack root, and it's a plant that was found in Southeast Asia. Asia, um, and that long jack long jack root has been found to drastically improve male sexual performance. So I thought that was interesting. I mean, it makes sense. There's got to be things that are naturally in nature that can help with sexual performance. I mean, if you think about it, there's plenty of things in nature that help us with other points of performance in our life. I just to think of some off the top of my head, but you think of like whey protein is a enhancement. You can grow your muscles more and put on more size and mass with this natural thing that exists in nature. So it's like, why does it always have to be a chemical based, solution? And so, you know, understanding that long jack is in there and that's a performance enhancer and it's been proven and they've been using it in other countries was pretty interesting for me to learn, and to also understand they put some natural aphrodisiacs in here that were used in Japan widely for a long time was very interesting, and so I thought, like, I first of all, you feel like such a schmuck to try to go into like a local health store and have this conversation. At least I do. I definitely don't want my face. I don't live in the biggest area, so a lot of people do know me, and I don't know. I just feel weird about walking into a place and asking questions and kind of going over the stuff that you want to keep to yourself. You want to keep to yourself that you're having a decrease in blood flow to your penis. I mean, come on. Like, who wants to go tell the woman behind the counter that that's what's going on, or whatever. It's just embarrassing. And so the internet is definitely, a place where you can come and try to hopefully get some decent information. Now, I definitely wouldn't say there's all the information on the net is great, but I mean, I did pour through many other products that were similar to Virility EX, and I didn't really see the stuff that I wanted to. But who knows? They could work great too. I mean, it really, you know, it's really hit or miss on this stuff. The one thing that I read, and I'll look through my notes here, um, was they did a test, and I think it was like a 4 week test period with male volunteers, ages, I want to say it was like 20 to 50. Uh, and many of them, the thing that was interesting, they took a bunch of people that never tried or never even read any reviews, so they had never tried any sort of enhancement solution, and they'd never read any reviews about this specific product. And the thing that kind of got me was 7 out of 10 of them reported drastic improvement in their sexual performance. And they said the other 30% who didn't see or saw poor results hadn't been regularly taking the supplement. So I was like, man, that's pretty interesting. And then they did 8 testing periods like this, and 80% of the subjects saw improved erections, and 60% of them even saw an increased size in their penis. Now, I'll tell you this, other than maybe like having massive amounts of blood flow, which could definitely make the size thing, I guess, look bigger. And obviously, when you do a muscle pump and you get a ton of blood in your muscles, your muscles look bigger. But are they actually bigger? I don't think so. But aside from that, it I like the studies that I saw. I like the statistics that I saw from the people that were actually using it and the results that they were seeing. And so I finally just decided I figured, what do I have to lose? It's not very expensive. And so there was a couple things. I ran into a couple different things. There was um, there was a way you could get it for free. There's a couple different ways you could buy it, and I ended up just buying it. And honestly, I've been using it now for like 3.5 months. I see a drastic change in just my like overall, I guess desire more than anything, and I I totally give it my stamp of approval for the I guess the issues that I was having and how it solved a bunch of that stuff for me. Again, I take it regularly. Like I don't miss it. And I think that's probably one of the things where most people probably run into some issues is they just straight up they forget to take their stuff. And so what I did was on my iPhone, I just set an alert to take my supplements. I just told Siri, I said, remind me, to take it, and I get an alert on my phone every day, and that's how it reminds me to do it, so I never forget. And I mean, if you're, I guess if you're in the market for this stuff, this type of a solution, I can't speak. I guess I can't give any better of a review for my results and how it's worked for me. Obviously, everyone's got a different body, and maybe it doesn't work for everyone. But anyways, what I'll do is in the description box below, I'll put a link where I actually got mine. That way, it's not some scam or some rip-off place that's trying to grab your money or whatever. That's not a real supplier of this. I believe there's a pretty decent discount going on in it, so take a look at it. But yeah, I mean, I think all in all, you don't have to go the benefits. It works. You don't have to go into some store and talk to a woman about these problems or whatever in your town, and they ship it directly to your house in a box that just looks like any other supplement. No one would ever know what it actually is. So that's that in a nutshell. Hopefully this kind of helps as from a review standpoint. If you're kind of currently running through some of the situations I was, I hope you guys have a good one.